What's up, everyone? It's pretty early in the morning. It's like 3:45 in the morning, and I just got through cleaning, so you might be hearing my dishwasher. It's probably extra loud, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to try to do this message as quick as I can and get off to bed because I'm tired and I had to work in the morning. So everyone has started off with a clean, pure heart, especially as a child. We all have started off somewhere. Lord, help me through this message. We've all started off with pure intentions with people. We've all started off naive and, just like with a childlike mind, And somewhere down the line in our lives, we have all been corrupted. Something or someone hurt us deeply, right? And you can definitely tell between those people who have found a way to heal, forgive, and let go. And then there are those who have not found their way around healing or forgiving or letting go, right? Right. And so, how you can always tell who those people are that have not forgiven and who are still hurting from that core hurt are those who go around hurting others, right? And the reason why God talks about wanting us to forgive and let go of things is because if we do not forgive and let go, we are going to initially turn into the same person that hurt us in the beginning, before or after, or I'm sorry, before, we became who we are. So basically, the reason why God wants us to forgive is so that we can put a stop to what I would call the poison of unforgiveness. So when we don't forgive people, we hold on to that pain, we hold on to that hurt, right? And we project our hurt feelings onto others who have not done anything to us or who have done something to us, right? And it's the only way that the enemy can continue to work through us. Now, if we call ourselves children of the Most High and we don't forgive, we end up working for the enemy by doing evil deeds for the enemy, right? And so that's why it's really important that we forgive whoever it is that hurt us. Now, one way I've learned to really just let go is by finding someone, a person who's really strong in the Lord, whose prayers are very powerful, who you can really feel comfortable explaining, exactly what it is that happened, who can give you a little bit of insight on what happened, on how you're feeling, Most of our core hurts come from heartbreak. Someone you once loved or cared about did you super bogus, and now you're just brokenhearted. I don't know anybody on this earth that is brokenhearted from someone that they did not once love or care about, right? And so usually our core hurts come from the people that we've like loved or put time into or had genuine or real positive and good intentions towards, you know what I mean? And so one thing that I've done to learn how to heal was I spoke with someone who was very strong and very close to God, right? And I explained to that person exactly what it was that I was, that happened to me. There was a situation where I wanted revenge on someone. And I'm sorry, you guys, I'm tired. I'm a mess right now. I just got through cleaning and I'm about to go to sleep. But I wanted revenge on someone for what they had once did to me, right? And so when I got through talking to this woman of God, and mind you, it was like judgment free. Like I didn't feel like I was being judged at all. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I was telling her how I felt, what my plans were, how I wanted to retaliate. I'm talking about I was giving Shorty the works, right? And she was just like not judging me. She was like, yeah. And you know what she said at the end? She said, it sounds like your heart is very broken. I was like, wow, that's so true. She's like, yeah, your heart's broken because you really did have pure intentions towards this individual and you got hurt. I was like, wow, absolutely. So I busted into tears. I was thinking that I was angry, all that bitterness and anger and resentment turned into tears. I cried. I'm not ashamed to say it. Yep, I cried. So as I was crying with this woman, she said, let me pray over you, right? This woman, when I say she prayed over me, she prayed over me. And that spirit, that demonic spirit that was trying to latch onto me through the spirit of unforgiveness, through bitterness, through resentment, through anger, it had to let me go. She was such a powerful woman in prayer. Like that woman, what she was speaking that spirit away from me. That spirit fled from me, okay? And I'm talking about, I almost thought it was like magic, but I know it's not magic. But I'm just like, oh my Lord, like, I'm free. I forgive this person because I cried it out. Instead, a lot of us need to just really just cry. Cry. It is in this day and age, crying means you're a punk. Crying means, you're this, you're that. There is nothing wrong with crying, and it's okay to cry. It's okay. And that, you know what? People just aren't real enough with their feelings. They're just, you're not going to see me cry. I'll never ever give you the benefit of seeing me down or seeing me sad. Maybe that's what you just need is a good cry. Because I promise you, when I cried out and I said, this is crazy. I cried out so loud to God. God counted every tear of mine. And the Bible actually talks about that, but I don't know exactly what scripture it was, so look it up. But God, oh yeah, it says you put my tears in a bottle, are they not in thy book? That's in the Psalms. I know David said something about that. But I cried, and the woman was just like, honey, she just prayed over me. She said, Lord, I just pray that the Lord sends you some good friends in the Most High, some good Christian friends that'll never hurt you, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is so deep. Like, she was just really like, because I have been going through like betrayal, deception with all types of people in the past year, in the past 3 years, like from family, and And I've been strong for so long, right? I've been just not crying. I've been just shrugging it off and keeping going because I felt like my children just really didn't need to see their mom sad. Like, whatever. You know, like, this person doesn't want to be in my life, they can go. Bye. You know, like, that's just kind of how I take everything. But there was a few people that really, like, really got to me. You know what I'm saying? Because those were people that I genuinely had pure intentions for, people that I genuinely had love for, right? Honey, I'm talking about that. I needed that cry. I don't care if people laugh at me because I'm talking about crying, but it's the truth. Like, people just sometimes need to cry. If something hurts, let that energy go through you. That's one thing that I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning because the reason why I'm plus size is because for many years, like, especially when me and the father of my son had our 9-month split recently, like probably about like a year ago, we, like, how I dealt with it, like, I didn't cry. I didn't want him to see me sad, right? And so what I did was, like, I just ate my feelings. I would just eat. And then I would just smile, like, hey, everybody. And they're like, hey, Desiree. You know, I'm just like pretending like everything is fine. And I was not fine at all. I was literally eating my feelings, right? And that's not okay. One thing I'm just now learning, and I'm 29 years old and I'm just now learning this. A lot of people smoke weed or drink alcohol or do other drugs, or, you know what I'm saying, spend money, and they find other ways to suppress their hurt feelings. But God designed us. He created our tear ducts. He made our bodies to cry. And it's something that's 100% totally natural. It's natural. Crying is healing, releasing that hurt pain, releasing those toxic and negative energies. That is how you heal. Cry. The Bible even talks about crying out to God. Cry. It's okay to cry. This weird day and age that we live in, I'm telling you, it's teaching us to be so stone-hearted. Pray and ask God to remove your stony heart and give you a heart of flesh. That talks about that in the Word too. I'm telling y'all, cry. If your family hurts you and they went against you and turned their backs on you, cry. If your best friend stabbed you in the back, cry. If you had a bad relationship, or if you're in a toxic relationship and you're looking to get out of it or whatever, cry. If you and your boyfriend just broke up, cry. It is okay to cry. You can boss up, but cry first. You're not a robot. You are flesh. It's okay to cry. Let it go. Let it out. Cry. It is okay to cry. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel hurt. It's okay. If you cry it out, you will heal faster than you think. If something's hurting your feeling, don't suck it up. You're supposed to cry. Because God sees your tears and He's going to handle those who mishandled you. Now, if you don't want them to see you cry, that's fine. Go into another room, hang up the phone, do what you got to do to get alone, and just cry and talk to God. God, this one was a real heavy blow, God. I can't do this one right now. This one hurt my feelings, Lord. Gosh, this hurt, God. It hurt my feelings. I'm crying, Lord. Do something, God. Do something. Cry. A lot of people wonder how I even made it through a lot of the things that they put me through. They know what they put me through, and a lot of my enemies watch my YouTube channel. And what they do is they get on social media and they type their little 2 cents about it, but will never hop in my inbox. It will never leave a comment under my videos. And they wonder how I made it through a lot of the things that they put me through, a lot of the slander on social media that they put me through for many years, for a few years. Well, I cried. And they're like wondering how I'm still standing, how I'm still strong, how I'm able to push through, how I can rebuild my life. It's through the grace of God and prayer, pushing and crying. I cried. And I'm healed. And I've cried so much about certain situations that nobody can break me anymore because I'm all cried out. There's literally, like, people still do the same thing. They still talk about me. They still say how they feel, put their little 2 cents in about my life, because their life is so perfect, right? So perfect, right? But I won't cry over them anymore because I'm all cried out. There's literally, my skin has literally toughened against them. There's literally nothing else that they can do to hurt me. If you really want to heal, feel that pain and cry. Let it out. Ask God to heal you. And through healing is crying. But if you keep acting like it don't hurt and you keep trying to bottle it up, you ain't gonna heal. It's just gonna be ongoing pain. And then, it's something that you're never ever gonna let go of, and it's always gonna be unforgiveness. I forgive every single person that hurt me till this day, because God is going to deal with them in the same way that they did me, the same way God is gonna do them. I'm all cried out. It's in God's hands now. Anyways, it's okay to cry. It's okay to ask God to deal with it. It's okay to punch a wall. Let out your feelings the natural way so that you can heal. Okay? I love you guys. Have a good night.